just where he was needed. Gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing. Faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. The swallows will be here by the door, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone.
Hi. Welcome. StreamYard is lying. I'm pretty sure there's more than one person. Okay, now there's 6. Okay, there we go.
StreamYard is just it's being StreamYard.
Yeah. So, welcome. I'm Lauren Ellis. I mostly write horror? Question mark. I don't know anymore.
You are just a writer of stories.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
But
what
you
the
will
heck.
always be our pinner of terror.
Thank you. And my eyes are like, you want to focus? What? Ugh. Yeah. So hello. It is exactly like 1 week to September.
Oh God, is it?
Yeah. Next Thursday is the last day of the month.
Oh Lord, why? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it ending already? I feel like it just started.
Yeah.
Okay. That's begins my September challenge. Or September goal. It's not a challenge.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm here. And JC's here. JC, who are you?
I'm JC.
If you look her up in the dictionary, it just says awesome person.
No, that would be Laura. But I am here. I make content and I write things, and I didn't make any content today, but it's okay. I shared a lovely video on my community tab from Nicole Hazelnut Ramblings that everyone should go check out. She's almost at 50 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed to her, you should. But yeah,
Time is fake.
Anna. But yeah, that's I don't know who I am. Look, I'm here. Y'all know me. I hope y'all love me.
Here, we exist. We might be human.
I see friends in the chat.
Yeah. So some interesting person showed up first. So hello. Rosalind is here. Randy is here.
Hi.
Eva's here. Lisa's here. Amy is here. Haley's World is here. Yes, I believe you were one of the ghosts watching the stream. Penner of Terror and Scribe of Passion.
Ooh, I kind of like that. But she does more than romance and horror. She does paranormal too. So, and vampires. And well, that's paranormal. Never mind. Sorry. And I have a pretty sneaking suspicion if she wanted to try her hand at mystery, she probably could do that too. You know. So
that's one that I'm like, I don't know, because there is a mystery in my first ever YA sci-fi that I wrote. And it was very hard to I didn't do that part of the story justice, because every time I figured something out, the character had to figure it out with me. And so it's like,
but see, the thing with mystery, and I've seen quite a few other people who like to pants, because I know you like to pants mostly. You can outline. You can. Oh, okay. I was about to say I see people who like the pants, realize or come to the realization that with mystery, it's really hard to do that. And I think with mystery, you kind of have to figure out the mystery first.
Hmm.
And you have to figure out what's going to happen before you figure out what leads up to what happened. And I think that's the kind of thing with mystery is you got to figure out what the actual mystery is. You can't just
The
discover it
mystery
with the
was
characters.
who was the culprit of these strange spiritual attack things going down. Um,
Because I'm
and
guessing they weren't actually that spiritual.
well,
Somebody,
no, he had the ability to like shear off pieces of someone's soul and
oh,
like to seal part of their memories and like stuff like that. It was really cool.
that
So
sounds really cool.
yeah. So
Go back and
he
explore that one. You should go back and explore that one. I mean, did you? You didn't totally shelve it, did you?
it's been shelved for
Oh, that
years.
sounds like such a neat idea, Laura.
The thing is, it's Samoan. Like the main character is Samoan, and it's a Samoan
Mhm.
colony from Earth that goes to outer space and is be like, we want to preserve our culture. Peace out. So they go underwater and they live in this nautilus snail shell that still has the snail. So it's moving along the alien planet's ocean floor as they live, and they brought
Mhm.
plants with them from the homeland and stuff like that. And like I did a lot of research. Like I read a whole book on Samoan healing practices and the
Uh-huh.
plants that you use and how you pick them and how many are used for which types of poultices and stuff. Like I've annotated the heck out of it, but it's not my culture to preserve. So it's
That doesn't mean you can't write it.
I need
It's not
Samoan
appropriation if
sensitivity readers.
it's not appropriation if you're just appreciating the culture. Like I think you're safe.
So if I changed it so it was a Samoan inspired culture, it would be fine. But since it's actually from Earth, like I
Mhm.
don't know.
I mean, you could do a call out to anyone who's from the Samoan culture to maybe read over it.
I can't
Um,
find people willing to read it. So
Now, how long ago was that you tried? Because maybe now that you've
2020.
maybe now that you've found your tribe and we can help with that. Maybe you know.
Because the thing is, it was going to be a first of 5 books. It was going to be a series, and so this was the setup for the first person. I was going to be in like the A team.
Mhm.
So she is a Samoan healer. This is YA. She's a teenager, and so she gets pulled out of school to become an apprentice healer. Um, a yeah. So
Hmm.
she's also she's also been touched by the supernatural. Like she died when she was an infant and brought and revived,
Oh
so
wow.
she can see the spirits and the ghosts and stuff. So there
Okay.
are the
The more
spirits.
I hear, the more I want you to go back to this story.
There are the spirits that like they've brought with them, like the I forgot the word. It's been so long. The spirit that protects the village. So like
Mm.
they have that, and
Spirit that protects the
the
village.
spirits of the people that live in the Nautilus that have passed on, that have died but haven't passed on yet. And there is a similar setup because in Samoa there is a pathway, there is a road that spirits will go down to
Mhm.
get to the entrance to the underworld, and cameras fritz and stuff, and like it's a legit thing in Samoa. And so I incorporated that into the Nautilus as well, where there is a path. And then there are also the spirits of the planet that they are on, so the two types of spirits are mixing. And
Hmm.
so um there is a predator that feeds off of spirits. And so her calling is to help the spirit, her calling from the village spirit is like, okay, you got to help these spirits of the people pass on. Like, get them out of here. But she's 6 when she's called. And she's like, I don't know how to do this. And the predator comes along because there's been a plague and like a lot of them have died. So there's a lot of spirits. So it's concentrated food source. And so the predator comes and just starts eating them. And she is terrified as a 6-year-old watching this massacre happen in the spiritual plane. And so she's like, no way. I'm not dealing with that. And so this is her growing up with that trauma and trying to have to deal with being able to see all the stuff that's going on, and then the spiritual, like, soul memory.
Yeah, all of that.
Guy is going down. And so she's got to figure out who it is. And
Deidre's interested. Deidre says, revive it, Laura. This legit sounds so cool. And of course, you know Anna loves a good necromancy. I will say this, as far as the sensitivity reading, maybe look into some what are they called? Community boards or something where you can find like some Samoan culture, like a website that has not a website, but
yeah, like I contacted the Polynesian Cultural Center and asked them some questions about Polynesian culture.
But ask if they have anyone there that would be willing to read at least a part of what you wrote to see if you're getting the accuracy and if you're representing it right.
I was also reading Samoan newspapers to try and keep up with like what is it actually like over there right now, what's going down. And I read books about like the Spanish influenza that went down that took out a ton of Samoans in 1912, I believe.
That sounds about right.
And so it took out a lot of the older generation that knew all of the land rights and the traditions, and so they lost a lot of their culture due to that influenza. So I tried to incorporate some of that into the pandemic that went down in their Nautilus shell.
Eva says try Reddit.
Okay.
But that sounds really good. We'll have to talk about that with more back.
I've done 3 drafts.
Oh Lord, you have to revive. We'll talk backstage.
It's printed out on my shelf.
Oh my gosh, you have to revive this.
It's the first book I ever wrote, so it's
maybe it can be a next year project because you got a lot on your plate this year. We'll talk.
Excellent question. I don't know if University of Toronto has a Samoan club. I haven't seen too many people that look Polynesian in Toronto. There was definitely much more back in California, but I don't know. It's a good question.
I'm gonna do some Googling over here while you go to the comments.
Yeah, that's Souls of Atua. So fun times. Scrolling back up. Hello, Hazelnut. Hello, Anna. Hello, Becca. Hello, Barrett. I appreciate liking the hugs. And Mars is here. Coming out strong with the horror, reminding us that time does actually pass. Yes, it does. Hello, welcome. Time is fake. Hello, Jessica. Our existence is limited. September approaches. Exactly.
Lord, I'm not ready.
See, it's man-made. Of course it's fake. Time is not organic. And therefore it's bad for your health. Woo! See, facts, JC. My favorite genre is thriller, but I can't plot and still be excited to write to save my life. So writing is not in my immediate future.
Oh, writing a thriller is not. I mean, there are exciting. Even if you know the mystery is, it's still exciting to write it. I love mystery.
It's going pretty good. It's going all right.
It's going.
Yeah.
I won't go as far as
Sculptor
Laura.
of worlds, magician of prose, penner of terror, scribe of passion, creator of content, human of Roy, notebooker extraordinaire, the first of her
Oh.
name, Laura Nettles.
Laura Nettles. I love Notebook Extraordinaire, and I love the reference to Game of Thrones, first of her name. I love that. Oh, can you do one for me, Eva? I'm just saying, I want to feel special too.
I think it's pretty cool. Like,
I think
I
so,
felt
too.
fine writing it until, like, okay, so Alexa Dunn had that video come out on, like, years ago on should you stay in your own lane and, like, should
What's the
you,
fun in that?
like, are you okay to write the story that you're writing? It's like,
Yeah.
at first I was like, yeah, it's fine. But then on, like, second and third rewatch, I'm like, nah, I'm starting to feel guilty. So, I don't know.
I don't think the problem is people writing other cultures. I think it's when you.
Like, it's in space, it's in the future, things will have changed, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
And hello, Jennifer. No, that's my adult sci-fi, not my YA sci-fi. My adult sci-fi is Gates of Ascension. So, well, that's the name of the second book. I still haven't named the first book. But yeah. That one's a duology. Thanks. Let's see. Hina Hina Gray is an author and native Hawaiian who you might want to look into. Nice, nice. Guardian. Yeah, the spirit is basically a guardian. Tulase, I think, is it? I can't remember. I have it all written down. But it's been a couple years. The pew pew line takes on a whole new meaning in romance. Oh dear.
Pew pew pew.
Necromancy, revive it, Laura. Hello, Alice. I swear I just saw y'all yesterday. You did. Love it.
Thank you,
Necromancy.
Deidre said just what I could not find the words to say. Thank you, Deidre. Just I couldn't find the words. You'll get there, but I couldn't. Well, I'll just read it. She says the problem is when the author doesn't take the time to portray the culture correctly, which is not what you're doing. It's different when you're just slapping a culture in there and you're writing just any old thing and not even caring whether you're being accurate in your your assessment. But that's not what you're doing. You're taking the time and doing the research.
Doing the research, I was also finding that Samoan culture isn't perfect. And so I was like reading the newspaper articles. I was seeing the issues that they were talking about, and it's not a utopia. And so it's like, do I show all of the baggage that they're dealing with at the same time right now and pull the baggage into the future? Or like, have they gotten over the baggage? I don't know.
It depends. Are you writing it set in the past, or are you writing in present day?
I'm writing it
because you're talking about another planet. So
yeah.
This is the future.
Yeah, this is way in the future.
Well, in the future you could, but see, you could. Well, see, I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm not Samoan. I'm not of the Samoan culture. But I was going to say maybe you could get away with writing it in a utopia type of thing, because in the future we don't know what the future holds. So it could just maybe be the future you're imagining for their culture, but you would want to get their somebody from the culture's assessment with
exactly
that part.
Hello, RCE. Hello, Eva. I will look into Reddit.
I love Eva.
Can't stay too long, but I love you guys and hope you have the best stream. Thank you.
I love you too, Anna.
Or a local group, city, town, area that has a high percentage of the culture. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch in Utah. That's where, so when I was a missionary, my mission companion was Samoan, half Tongan, and she was from the Salt Lake area. I think there's a pretty big percentage over there. But yeah. There were so many Samoans in the mission. Oh my gosh. They loved their volleyball. I got spiked to the face Don't recommend. And I will look into there. Visit the unis. Students may do sensitivity reads for class credit. Ooh. Everyone loved what Marvel did with Namor. Connecting him to a culture that is real. I feel like so long as you get the opinions of people in the culture and you're promoting / respecting, I believe the writing about a different culture is acceptable.
Yeah.
But you see, the problem is when the author didn't take the time to portray the culture correctly, but if you do your proper research and get credible sensitivity readers, it should be okay. That's the thing. Hello, Bonnie! After dinner lurking.
Pew pew pew.
I have not written a spicy sci-fi yet. There is a romance arc in the YA sci-fi, but the farthest they get is a kiss. So, I know.
But I know you're capable of so much more, Laura.
Eva says, keeper of drafts, whisperer of news updates, poet of life and soul, juggler of task, seamstress of dialogue, the
Love that
matriarch of her own destiny, J.C. Carpenter.
I love it. Hold on, wait. I have to take a picture of that. I love that.
Do I need to keep it up?
Oh, no. You go ahead. I can scroll to the...
So Deidre says, maybe you can imagine where the utopia would be if the current conditions were somehow solved. Like whatever happened could help shape the history of your planet. I think it's really cool when fiction merges with reality. Yeah. Like back in 2019, 2020, when I was writing it, a lot of the newspaper articles were talking about how people from other countries would come in, open up shops, and it would put all the mom and pop local, like original shops out of business. And so there was this whole stigma of like, well, you're coming in and taking over. So it's like, do I want to deal with that? I don't know.
Right.
Basketball or volleyball to the face is never fun, especially when you're wearing glasses and they go flying. I was so glad they did snap in half. I was for a year and a half. Zero gravity. Oh dear. Okay. I worked on The Boys.
Really?
I did. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was so glad I didn't have to work on that sequence. The zero gravity, like the flying orgy sequence. I was like, thank you. Let's see. Pain stays with you. Off topic, have anyone heard from Gwenna and the baby? I have not. Have you heard about Gwenna and the baby yet?
Esther commented. That's all. I heard the same thing Esther heard.
Okay, cool. Anyway, holy smokes, it's been 24 minutes.
We got the gabbing. Another thought is do you know because do you still keep in touch with any of the professors at the university?
The university that I went to?
Oh no. Well, yeah, I was thinking. I don't know why I thought you went to school in Canada. Sorry.
No.
I was going to say maybe contact the history professor at the local college to see if maybe they know like anyone in the Samoan culture or where you can specifically find someone in the Samoan culture that can give you some one-on-one, input.
Like, I'll pay you to read this and tear it to shreds. Please help.
No, Esther, we have not sprinted yet. We got to talking about Laura's first book that she ever wrote that revolves around or centers around this Samoan culture that we're trying to convince her to revive. She's gotten 3 drafts written. Like, come on. It involves necromancy.
Not really.
Well, okay. The spirits are involved.
Yeah, I've been trying that writing. Okay. we do have a 30-minute timer ready to go. I'm tempted to pull it from my shelf and crack open the spine.
Uh-oh, I did
See,
not mean to tempt you to a whole nother project.
see how much
I'm
I
so
cringe.
sorry. Oh gosh.
I am actually in Toronto proper, like Union Station proper. So, yeah. The closest college to me, I think, is George Brown. But yeah. There's also OCAD that's fairly close. Boo! No sprint, only chat.
Got a sprint. I got a script to work on.
It's fun hearing folks share about their stories and processes. Motivating before a sprint. Do it! Focus! What is focus? Who knows? So, the question, should you choose to answer it, is what are you focusing on for the last week of August?
Oh, speaking of focus,
Mm-hmm.
finishing my TV script, or at least getting as close to finished as possible for the challenge that me and Becca are doing. That's my main focus.
Awesome, awesome. I'm gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Woohoo! Hey, it's just me. Laura's Chrome just went blank, so hopefully she'll come back soon. Oh, there she goes. Okay, yes. Whew. I was getting scared there for a second.
Chrome decided to update itself, I guess. Like the whole screen just went black,
Oh no.
and I can minimize it and see my desktop, but Chrome was just pure darkness. So I closed it and then I reopened it and it said, "Your Chrome is the latest version." So
You scared me there because you texted me and I was like, wait, what? And I had just looked at the thing and saw the timer up there, so I didn't think it was. I was like, I was on a different tab, so I didn't know. I was like, oh, oh, that's not good. Um,
that's just Chrome updated today too.
I
Well,
was like, I can't carry a show by myself. I'm sorry, guys.
I guess we're calling it there for the sprint because
Might
I
as
don't have a
well.
timer anymore because
I
it
think it was
completely
only like
restarted.
3 minutes or something left, I
Okay.
believe. So,
Yeah, I feel this.
wow, that's a terrible time to do
Chrome wanted to
updates.
sprint too. Sprint update. Dear.
Oh well, that has to be the quickest arraignment ever. Okay, I'm sorry. If you know,
It
you
is a
know.
unique way to end a sprint. If they want to update, they will. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, see. Wow,
Yeah.
that was like, wait, what's happening? It's just me. Oh no.
Surprise! Like my light was still on, showing that my camera was in use,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't see anything. And when I opened up YouTube, I was gone. So even though the camera was on, I was gone. So
Oh
I don't know.
gosh. Well, I'm glad you
Whatever.
came back when you did. They were about to find out just how boring I really am.
You're magnificent.
There you go. Mia, hi. Oh, you missed all the chaos already. I'm sure we'll have more.
Well, Haley got 131 words, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yes. Hello, Nia. And exactly, Esther. You are
Thank
not
you,
boring.
Esther. Thank you. You're so kind. I didn't get any words. I opened the document. I drank my coffee, and then I watched the festivities on the news. I probably shouldn't say festivities because it's not a good thing for the country. I'm just ready for the mugshot.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
I'm sorry.
Jessica got 119 words and cooked dinner.
Nice. Oh, dinner's
Um,
the next sprint. That's the snack. I'm hungry too.
watching the parade.
Wait, the parade? Are we talking a real parade or are we talking about the same thing?
I'm thinking
Oh,
she's talking about the news.
okay. I was like, wait, are we talking about the real thing, Regina?
The Chrome gremlins tried Laura, but we fought to protect her.
Yes. Same thing. Okay.
Same thing. Okay. Mar says, I went on Pinterest for book stuff, ended up mentally planning a redesign of my office.
Yes, the mugshot is taken. It will be revealed later. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The only thing that would make it better is if he had on an orange jumpsuit while the mugshot was being taken, but I know that's not what they're doing.
Yeah.
Although I will say, because we all know who I'm talking about, that man had the nerve to say on his paperwork that he was 215 pounds. Where? What? I'm sorry, what? Rise. I mean, you can't even tell the truth about that. Anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. We'll talk about that. Back to the question or whatever else.
What are you brainstorming? Are you brainstorming a sequel? I thought it was written. Yes.
As I say, are you adding on to Project Sugar and Spice and bonus scenes for the newsletter readers, perhaps? bonus episodes. I mean, not episodes. Yeah, bonus scenes.
Bonus
I said
chapters.
earlier. Bonus chapters. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
US News seems so entertaining just from watching JC. Look, I'm pretty. I don't deny it.
Hold up, Esther. Oh,
He would
God.
blend in if he takes the photo with the jumpsuit.
You know what? You are absolutely correct.
Ah, it jumped.
That's funny.
Hey, Jordan. I have quite a few favorites. A very well done one that I love is The Conjuring. I believe it's a James Wan movie. And a guilty pleasure, like I know it's not the best, but I still love it, is A Haunting in Connecticut. So, yeah.
Esther,
yeah.
you're always funny. I'm sorry. Esther, you're always funny. But, Randy.
I'll get there. Haley says working on chapter 2 of their Cyberpunk. It's basically brainstorming a scene that explains how her parents' bakery came to be. Okay. There was a TikTok where people were betting on what color he's going to be in the mugshots and if they're going to let him lie about his weight.
Clearly they did.
Isn't it did laundry? My head feels so heavy and I've been getting tired all day.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Nicole? I don't. Never mind. I was supposed to say, I don't know how far you and the BF have gotten. Do you need to take a test? Just kidding.
I haven't heard of a movie called Scream Number 5. But yeah. You are always funny, Esther.
Unless you mean Scream 5. I'm not sure. Like Scream? Ah! I don't know.
Hello, Victoria.
Hi.
2:15.
Oh yeah, 215. That's what. No, that they didn't say it. Because they did all the bail paperwork, the bond paperwork before he surrendered. So he filled out the paperwork saying his weight, and because they're trying to they were trying to keep it mostly like any other criminal getting arrested, but there's some latitude because he is who he is. So they let them fill out the paperwork and just kind of use that in the I'm like, that man ain't no 215 pounds. If he's 215 pounds, I'm 215 pounds. No.
Did he tie helium balloons to his clothes?
I don't know what he did.
Hello, Sako.
Hi.
And Fog. No test necessary. And Flo is here. Aha.
Oh, okay. Well, that just a side note, that doesn't always mean what you think it means. I'm just saying, I've known some people who've gotten pregnant and still had their periods. But it happens. It's very rare,
Weird.
but it happens.
Weird. Deidre says, I forgot to tell you, Laura, I sucked it up and read a random short story for Tiny Shivers, and I wasn't super scared. I may read more one story a day. Lol, today was deviled eggs. Yay!
It's a great collection, teacher. And I'm a big old scaredy cat, and I read the whole thing and loved it. So it's a great collection.
Let's see. I don't believe it. Darn right, JC. Me too. The memes already showing up, though. Runs to find the memes. Tiny Chip was so good. Thank you, Regina. Yay! So during that sprint, I read chapter 1 of my YA sci-fi.
And what did you think?
I've definitely gotten a lot better at children's voice because she's 6 in the first chapter. And then chapter 2 is the time skip to when she's like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. It's been a while. But yeah. So I definitely need to work on the character voice for a kid with the vocabulary. But
I think you've gotten a lot. no, everyone writer gets better with each project. So that was your
Hmm.
very first. So
Hmm.
naturally, now you probably can think of a whole bunch of different ways to write it and, perfect it. And, you were a different writer then than you
Yeah.
are now. So maybe you weren't ready to write it then or complete it then, but maybe you are now.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't ready to publish it, but yeah. Let's see. It just says, I did get through a whole chapter of revisions, though, so I wasn't just watching the situation.
Situation. Oh, that's what we're going to call it? Code name situation.
Teacher says, my family has that all the time. Her aunt was 8 months before she knew she was preggo.
Mm-hmm. I know
Wow.
quite a few people who still got their period well into their fifth and sixth month. Maybe not quite 8 months, but well into their fifth and sixth.
Wow. Hello, Rita. I was in shock. Ooh, sci-fi fun.
I suppose that's how you get that whole show. I don't know if you ever seen the show. I did. I never knew I was pregnant or something about the show
I've
where
I've
random
heard of
people.
it.
Yeah, I suppose that's how. Because I always watch those shows, and I'm just like, how did you not know? Like, how? What did you think you were growing in there?
The woman body is a crazy world. Very
Mm,
true.
I know. I just wish men could feel a tenth of what we go through. Just a tenth.
You're
Just
right, Esther. I should do the answers. Okay, so the question was, what are
oh
you going to focus on for the last week of August? JC said your screenplay,
yeah yeah.
pilot episode. Eva said painting a bedroom, finishing the kitchen pantry organization, drafting 2K words a day on project ALC3, finishing the edit into a first draft on Project Fairy World, querying later this year, and adjusting to life in our new normal.
That's a lot in a week.
Mara says, not losing my mind before releasing my book. Every day I'm like, why don't I just hit the like button now? And then I won't have to be anxious about it anymore. So just so you know, with the paperback, it can take up to 3 days for it to be approved on Amazon before it actually goes live. So you do want to hit it early.
But also, hold on, wait a minute. What number book is this that she's publishing? First one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 3 days. Because I was about to say, the more you publish, the less time it takes. Because I discovered that with the poetry book, thinking I needed the 3 day wait, and it was live the next day. And I was like, oh. And
I
someone,
thought
I think Eva was the one who sent me the pictures, like, it's live early. I'm like, yeah, shh.
Tiny Shivers was live early as well because I did the 3 days and it only took like 12 hours. I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay. So I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal is, but just so you know.
yeah. At least give it 3 days.
If the specific date is important to you.
And if you want them both at the same time, hold off on the ebook until, because the ebook goes live quicker. Well, then maybe not hold off. I don't know. Early is better. So I guess if it goes live earlier, that doesn't matter as long as it doesn't go live later than your date.
Jessica says, I'm still whittling away at a glittering cage, but I've gotten the first love confession. We've moved to the second, and then we get the masquerade Halloween party. Woot! Oh, and my B-day. Very nice. Teacher says, well, right now I'm formatting my book and upload then. I'm shifting my focus for the rest of the month to book covers. Heck yeah. Randy says, work on some print designs for my Etsy shop and maybe figure out Ko-fi commission pricing. Basically, doing everything in my power to not hyperfixate on KDP stats for the rest of our lives. And Regina says, focusing on walking with a cane. Only half joking there, I want to be riding again before the end of August, and God willing, reteach my dogs where to pee. Okay. Victoria says, getting used to school and in the routine of doing homework. Mar says, yeah, I know I'm not going to do it the day of. It's still a bit too early. Let's see. I did find the site where they were holding the bets. Where's the best place I can send you the link? The puns are top tier.
I told her Twitter or Facebook.
I think you can schedule it if you do it through, is it Ingram Spark or something?
I don't know because I don't use Ingram Spark. I only use Amazon.
Yeah, if you do it directly through Amazon, you can't schedule a paperback.
Unless you do a pre-order. Unless you do, because I think if you do a pre-order, you can schedule it, right?
When I did Tiny Shivers, you couldn't pre-order a paperback. You'd only pre-order the ebook.
Yeah. Okay. True. Right. Okay. Got you.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, and if you have ARC readers, I would put your paperback live like a few days before release to collect reviews. That's what I've started doing.
They released his inmate number. Okay, I'm sorry. Inmate number P011358809.
Is it P for president?
I don't know, but maybe. that makes sense, but maybe. They didn't release anyone else's inmate number. This is hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
He says, working on my cyberpunk book, reading and getting ready for school. Rita says, I'm focusing on book 1 for beta readers for next month. It's a YA supernatural.
Ooh.
Says,
I'm sorry. YA supernatural, that piqued my interest. Okay.
Bug said, getting used to not working overtime and early hours now that WWC is over. You have to set up the pre-order through Ingram. Right. Oh, I thought that's who you all were talking about. Yeah. You need to create a politics channel.
Oh, no. I have thought about
on Twitch.
Right. Oh God, no. I've thought about writing political articles, like opinion articles on Medium, but no, I don't think I'm well versed enough in politics to do that. Oh, and Regina CNN.
Let's see. Deidre says, wait, now I want to look up a stream. JC to record live reactions.
Oh.
I just made a Funko Pop of myself because why not? Do it, JC.
Oops.
Look at that smiley face. Awesome. So,
you know how you know this summer is coming to an end soon? Because it's 8:00 here and it's already starting to get dark. And last week at this time, it was still nice daylight outside. I'm like, oh, summer's coming to an end. Yes.
Oh gosh. So in Crimson Strings, they go to Stockholm, Sweden for something. And I had to look up what time is sunset on this particular month in Sweden. And it's like 2:30 p.m. I was like, oh dang.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
That's really early.
Yeah. So research is important. Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel, I was thinking about that, but I don't know if I'm well versed enough, and I mean, I guess I could get well versed in politics. I don't know. I have thought about it though, because I love my politics. And Haley, to answer your question, because Haley said I don't watch politics, is what's happening.
Regina answered.
Okay, good. I don't have to say
it. Yeah. Rachel says, Medium articles are best if they are from your own opinion, story, and how it relates to things like this. You do great. Sorry, dark.
Inmate number P. Oh, darn, it went off the screen. Crap. I was about to read it again. That just made me giggle so much.
The further north you are, the shortened the summer is. The past is catching up. Yes.
Yeah.
Just sent it to Facebook. Twitter is a pain right now.
Okay.
Oh, finally.
Finally. Right? This time we got a mugshot. Got some good old criminal treatment. I'm sure he was clutching his imaginary pearls. Y'all fingerprinting and mugshot me? How dare? Like,
Do you know who I am? That's why we're doing it.
mm-hmm.
I,
Yeah, Iceland. Iceland. Yeah, they stay dark for a long time. Do they have any daylight in Iceland, or is that where is this? Is it Alaska? Is it Alaska that I'm thinking of? The place that they never see the sun, or something like that. Where is that?
probably parts of Alaska. I'm not sure
I
exactly
mean,
how
yeah,
far
not
down
all
it
of
goes,
Alaska,
but yeah, the sun never sets in the summer and it never rises in the winter.
Regina, we've had 4 indictment Tuesdays now. It seems like they always came down on a Tuesday. No, Barrett texted me the third one and said it's indictment Tuesday again. Like, yes, this should be a personal holiday, Regina. Oh, Haley says Alaska in winter barely has sun. I used to
Uh-huh.
live there. Oh, Finland. Sako said Finland. There's so much.
Okay.
Thog, are you in Hawaii? Thog the troll, are you in Hawaii? They said Hawaii doesn't do daylight savings. I was gonna ask if they're in Hawaii. How's I mean, it sounds like a silly question to ask how's things over there right now, but because it's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, you used to live in Honolulu. Okay.
Finland, I think, does the no.
Randy said, move over Taco Tuesday. It's indictment Tuesday now.
They used to live in Honolulu.
Randy cracks me up.
I have a friend in Finland, and it's dark almost all day in the winter. Northern Finland winter is all dark. Okay.
Mm,
Correct. 30 Days of Night is set in Alaska. I have the comic.
Okay.
I need to read it.
nice.
It's a vampire story because the vampires can be out 30 days with no sun.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, the mischief they must get into for those 30 days.
It is a horror comic. So.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's an interesting question. Any advice for picking up an old? Ooh,
So let me go find a timer.
that's a good question. Oh, I thought he was going to speak before he got back on the plane. Looks like he's not in a talking mood. I'm sorry. Just I'm tickled. Deidre said, "Guys, sprint! I want to go search mugshots and clip. I mean, be productive." Oh,
Share
Lord.
screen.
Deidre, they're not going to release it yet because he just took it. Give it another hour or two. I have to think on this question.
See, Fog says that's exactly what I'm doing with my whip right now. It was shelved 2 decades ago.
Oh wow!
Rachel says HK Darkwood lives in Iceland and she posts videos of walking at midnight and it's bright out.
Oh really? Interesting. Very interesting.
Another smiley face.
Okay, I guess 45 minutes is enough time for me to do dinner and write a scene or two.
He's very popular. Might be somewhere. Well,
they just released Mark Meadows' mugshot a little while ago, and he I think turned himself in this morning. So I don't know. Which I was tickled seeing that one too because he tried to get out of surrendering, and the judge was like, "No." Take your butt to jail, or she's gonna have police come get you. You take your pick.
All right, let's do a sprint
Yes.
in
Mugshot search. Oh, I'm sorry.
3, 2, 1, go.
Search for those mugshots. Okay. No, I mean be productive. Okay.
Alright. That was the second sprint. Pause the music. Okay. So, fun times, I take it.
I got so distracted. I wrote nothing. I ate
I would
dinner.
never guessed.
I ate dinner mostly, and I watched as the mugshot was released.
How was it?
Oh, he looks pissed, and as he looks pissed. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say that online. Oh, yes, I saw Eva. I saw the all. Did you see the inmate number that they released? Inmate number P01135809. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's a very sad day for the country.
I don't know. Is it a triumph for the justice system? Who knows?
Trying for the justice system, but sad that the country had to indict a former president
Very true.
for the fourth time. For the fourth time.
Ugh, God. Yeah. I got some words. So,
On
I heard a
on
boop.
which project? On which project?
Yeah.
Have you seen the picture? Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to start with that. I had to start with that, Nia. I'm sorry.
We can't hear you, Nia, if you're talking.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Muted.
she just went completely silent.
Whoopsie. Yeah, I saw the grumpy old man.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
which project did you write on?
the second romance short story.
Ooh, okay.
So,
Did we get to the Smexy times? Did we get to the Smexy?
almost. So close.
Okay. Smexy, Smexy.
So, I wrote 506 words.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah. It's the perfect time to start blasting So Block Tango.
He had it coming. Oh, okay.
Deidre was also looking for the mugshot and then told their husband. Let me scroll back up. Haley got 112 words. Jessica got 437 words for that sprint, bringing me to a blissful, beautiful 25,000. Nope.
Wow.
2,500 words exactly for the day.
I mean, 25,000 would have been nice too.
Nice.
Uh,
25,000 would have been like insanity. But yes, 2,500 is a very good word count.
Yes,
Love
very
it.
good. Well,
Nice work.
Eva says, I know it's all heavy and we don't got to chat on it, but like, I wasn't old enough to appreciate the OJ trial, and I really want the Trump trial to be televised in the age of memes. That is all.
I mean, the OJ trial was a S show anyway. The glove didn't fit debacle. Just, and then he turned around and wrote a book. If I did it, this is how I would have done it. What?
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, you missed that?
Oh,
He
I
turned
read,
around and
like,
wrote a book. If I did it, this is how I would have done it. Like, dude, you just got found not guilty. Why? Why would you do that? Like, it's good.
Let's see. Esther says, I got like 600 words and so many interruptions and solo performances. Let's see. Randy says, I did some reading for a This Video Doesn't End Until I Read a 5-Star challenge. Wow. Victoria says, almost done with my school reading. Thank you. I definitely prefer the 25K in a day too. You're still good. You're still good. Oof. Eva. Oof. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not sure. Yeah. So the question was, any advice for picking up an old project that used to be shelved? Did you have any words of advice, JC?
Um, hmm. I mean, I guess I would just say read over it. Ooh, I got so distracted during the sprint, I didn't have time to come up with a very good answer. Um, uh, I would say read over it. Make notes. I'm a fan of printing things out. Um, uh, kind of repeat just some of what everyone else said. Hold on, I'll be 1 second.
Do you have any advice, Mia?
Yeah, mainly don't be intimidated by something old because you never know. You might pick up something that you put away for a long time and you might write a novel and for Nano and finish it in December. And then it might spiral into a whole new thing that you never even thought you were going to do. So be brave. Don't be scared to do it. And yeah, read over it. You'll have fresh ideas. Some things that you thought were cool are going to be like, what was I thinking then? But you'll come up with better, fresher, newer, cooler things. So yeah, just have fun with it.
Nice. Gwenna says, rereading what you've already written for the work, listening to the music that you were listening to at the original time of the project. I still have that. No, I lost that playlist. It was on my iTunes. And I still have iTunes on my computer. Anyways, yeah, I did have a playlist for that old project. And lots of daydreaming. Daydreaming is for you.
Daydream is great.
Jessica says, I wrote A Glittering Cage a year ago. I put it aside and didn't touch it again until January. Rereading is the first thing you should do because you might find things you hate or discrepancies. Then rewrite. Randy says, when you're rereading, don't focus on how to save the whole manuscript. Just pick out the parts you like. Whether you shelved the book 6 months ago or 60 years ago, your writing has changed. You might decide to change genres, demographics, POVs, or find the MC boring as heck. There's a reason you put it down and don't feel confined to past you. Scrap that manuscript for parts. And Gwenna says, agreed with Randy. Don't doubt yourself because you see errors in your writing. It's just proof that you've improved. Keeping a positive attitude about the work is numero uno. This was part of the numero uno. There we go. Deidre says, treat what you have as a research partial outline and think of it as a new manuscript. You have grown leaps and bounds in writing since then and will be able to create a better story if you just pull from it and start fresh. That's a good idea. Jessica says, as this talk reminds me, I have an old unfinished manuscript printed out in a binder in my desk from my only write traditional straight romance days. Now I want to pull it out and gaify it. Nice. And Haley's World says, what I did for an old project is I start over. Made a new concept with the same ideas and plots, but switched it up. I was halfway done with my old one and decided to scrap it and make it cyberpunk.
Oh, cool.
And Eva says, write the part that made it come back into your head before you start rereading it. Then reread it. Then rewrite it. It's never quite the same story in my experience. Regina says, start by rereading it and see if it still excites you. She also said, been tending to dogs and opening Amazon boxes, bought storage containers for dog food, and finally end the ant invasion. Oof. Look like when something closes without your permission, and like your fudge did, I saved the words. Oh.
What?
I think This is in. Looks like. Is this in relationship to somebody's mugshot expression?
Oh,
The beginning of Nia's answers was oddly specific.
Just a little bit.
I hit the one that says His Immortal Majesty was originally a short story called Urges, where Prince Lawrence got bit and spent the whole story avoiding the vamp Urges. He failed by the end. And go, Jessica, go! Let's see. What was Jessica gonna do?
I don't know. What was Jessica gonna do? It must have been a different project idea. Hold on.
I don't know. Oh, I think it was the gayify the straight one.
Oh.
It would have to wait, and it would. I would totally make it sapphic. That's right. Okay. Let's see. I just bought more storage container for food too. The ant invasion was handled, but it creeped me out. He practiced for that mugshot. Oh gosh. It was regards to JC's computer that she had for a second. Okay. He didn't think he'd get a mugshot the entire time. Everyone told him he would, I think. You're having an ant invasion too! Right. I totally understand. I was away from home for 10 weeks. Little devils were building a new skyscraper! Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Oof. Let's see. Besides getting caught, I don't care much about the criminal carrot. Oh. Okay. We're going to do one more sprint.
There's Indictment Tuesday and it's Mugshot Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
I know, that's it. There's Indictment Tuesday and now there's Mugshot Thursday.
What should the question be?
Cool.
Yeah, what Eva said, I care. I wish I couldn't. But yeah, I care.
Oh, let me mute. What's up, sweetie?
I just need some agua.
Agua.
Didn't
Go
mute.
get
You're not muted. You're not.
There you go.
The mute button wasn't mute buttoning.
It wasn't amusing.
What should the question be?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're the one who we always go to for questions. I don't know.
I know.
Laura, you are the question person. Are we thinking of a question?
Yeah.
I've been wondering the same thing, Diane.
What?
Melania ain't been around at all. She said, "Where's Wifey during this, all of this?" She's like, "I ain't touching this with a 10-foot pole." Can't say I blame her.
Oh, I have a question.
What?
What has been your favorite plot twist that you've read? Doesn't matter the genre. Just what's been the favorite one that you've read? Where you were? Let's make it recently. Recently. We'll let recently be whatever you consider. If you haven't read anything in a while, recently is relative. You know?
Okey-dokey.
Any genre. Just a plot twist that where you were like, oh, I like that. That's pretty cool.
Scrolling back up. Okay. Yes. He's been a disgrace. He's always been one. Where's Wifey during all this? Gosh. Deidre says, I just realized that the short romance I released in 2019 has 103 rating reviews on Amazon.
Nice.
That's amazing.
I went to the page to copy the profile link. I remember him voicing his first wife, which I won't name, as I mix up her name and his daughter's. Oh. Awesome, Deidre! He has been gross.
I mean, any person who's going to sit there and try to get over on his father while his father's dying so they can get their money, it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Felicia says, I wrote 1,860 words today. Amazing.
Nice.
Nice, Felicia. Woohoo.
And for the twist, Eva says Gone Girl, but she hasn't even read it or watched it. Same. I don't know the twist yet. Let's see. Scrolling. Hey, that's way more than I've got. Let's see. Okay.
That's what I got today. Of course, I'm just sitting down to write, so we'll see what happens. It's a good shocketh.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let me get another timer. La, 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 la.
Diane, you put the same name for both.
Yeah.
It's Ivanka is the daughter. Ivana was the
Yeah,
mother.
Ivana's the mom who had a very strange fall.
The mom, no K.
I have not seen any of your reels. I gotta go make sure I'm following. So, what the heck? Okay. Alright. Let's start our final sprint in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yay.
right. Woohoo. That was the final sprint.
Woohoo.
Awesome sauce. Haley. No words. Just did some timeline things. Awesome. I continued on drafting this chapter. Things are starting to happen.
Nice.
So I'm at 2,816 words for this story so far. So, yeah. Fun times.
I wrote a couple of sentences, but not much. I'm trying to figure out where this scene is going. But I did look at my document. I did.
Nice.
And I got, let me see, 381 words, and I finished the scene. I'm not sure exactly how these are going to break up in chapters, but the scenes are coming along nicely. I have it estimated, so I started moving things down on my Kanban board. So at the rate I'm at, it looks like I only need to write 2 more chapters, but they're really rough. I got to do a lot of cleanup. Like in one of the chapters, I have like 3 different ways that I can describe something, but I'm like, I just got to move on. Kind of, you know how you kind of do that? Like, I don't know which one I like yet, so I just wrote them both down, and then that way I can move on and keep going.
Nice. Jessica got 461 words for that sprint, putting me at almost 3K for the day. But at 106,178 words for the doc so far.
Ooh, wow.
The chunky document.
Yeah.
Finally was able to write. Got 224 words from Desiree, MC of her. Just got to a Senate meeting.
Mhm.
Is someone gonna die in the Senate meeting? Way to go, Jessica. Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, the question was, what has been a favorite plot twist recently? Ooh. Do you have any people on screen?
I will just say all the plot twists in Only Murders in the Building. I love that show.
It's on my to watch list.
I think you'll like it. It's fun. All the plot twists are just fun.
Nice. I'm trying to think of any that I've read recently. I don't think it was a twist. It was just a development, which was in the synopsis on the back. But I just
You knew it was coming.
it's so good. Just the book Stolen Tongues was so good. So if you don't know, the main character and his fiance, they go to a cabin in the woods.
It's contagious.
Yes, and there's something outside, something creepy that they can hear talking, and like there's something talking out in the woods, and calling to them, and so they're like really creeped out, but they're like snowed into the cabin, so like they can open the door to the cabin, but like they can't get down the mountain. So as they're trying to sleep, he hears it talking outside, and then his fiance starts responding in her sleep. And so it's like so creepy, such a good turn. And it's just like, I love the concept. It's so good. Yeah. Anyway. Esther said got 200 words and got derailed watching Alchemy of Souls videos. They find out someone died, but no one in the actual media is gonna die.
Okay. Gotcha.
My favorite recent plot was Spain won.
Ah,
Okay, mine is Mugshot. That is a plot twist.
interesting. Oh, okay, got it. Got it.
Nightmares by Laura. Did I write a story from Nightmares? I don't think so. Anyway. Theater says, I got my book formatted and started searching for images for Nicole's cover. Oh, this is going to be so fun to create. Awesome.
Nice.
And for everybody else's answers to the comment or question. Stupid yawns. Eva says, Gone Girl. Deidre said, ooh, have you guys read 0 Days by Ruth Ware? I love the twist in that one. Also in Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware.
Okay, so check out some Ruth Ware. All right.
What?
Look at that.
I haven't read it yet, but I have it.
Laura's already on it. Okay, if Laura picked it up, is this scary? Is this horror?
It's a
Deidre
thriller.
doesn't read a thriller. Okay, I can do thriller. I'm like,
Laura does like other things.
I know. I just wanted to make sure. I'm like, Deidre picked it up, but also so did Laura. Thriller makes sense. Okay, we're good.
Kelly says, I was reading a series and the main character's memories got wiped and her identity got changed and she was slowly remembering everything. But the big twist was that there was actually 2 people in her brain.
Oh
Her and another person. They both share half a brain.
my!
Whoa.
Jessica says, recently gotta be the twist in the epilogue of Lord of Silver Ashes by Kellen Graves. Made me scream, and I can't wait for book 3, Herald of the Witch's Mark. Ooh, I like
Alright.
the title. Randy says, probably the most recent one for me is a plot twist in The Butcher and The Wren that messes with your perception of the whole timeline in a good way. Hopefully I'm not spoiling for anyone. Nice. And Esther says, the question is making me want to see part 2 of Alchemy of Souls again. Recently would be the body taking the image of the person who everyone is afraid of, who happens to be the love of the main character, but he never saw her original body. The reveal of who was the original soul in a specific body.
Oh,
Trying to be vague in case somebody wants to watch Alchemy of Souls.
okay.
About the body, very few people know how she looked like, and even when they saw her, they couldn't believe it was her because she is dead. Everyone saw her die. How could she be alive, right?
Right.
Couldn't be alive. Heck yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, no one important dies in her.
Why did you say unfortunately?
I was gonna say, is it unfortunate?
Ella says, I got my baby girl to sleep and I'm having a snack. Gonna be a late night
Yay.
working on my fanfic. Woohoo! What fandom, if you don't mind? I found out my whole body was being weird earlier. I just needed water!
Oh, you
Oh,
were
yeah, water.
dehydrated. Mhm.
Yeah.
You will start acting strange.
This one, Deidre. This one. The edges have keys. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I like cool books.
Yeah. Too much stuff. Okay. I hope I love it too. Goodbye, Haley.
Good
Word
night.
total for the doc is 2,333 words, and a total for today I wrote 427. Awesome.
Nice.
Yes, stay hydrated. Hydrated is important. I see you and I appreciate you. Love the forum. Cool, cool. Well, that's the wrong button. Yeah, that's about it for tonight. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for coming. It's been fabulous. It has been a historical night on the CNN front. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Next week should be Tiffany, the last day of August. So I'll see you guys in September on my channel. Yeah. M-A-Y.
But Esther caught me. Esther
Yeah.
caught me. 10:02.
Yeah.
It's
So
tired.
Yep, I saw her too. I was
Oh,
like,
you did?
"Aw." I did.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry.
it's all good. We are ending. So
Yeah.
Des has a GoFundMe and JC has a GoFundMe and
We
Yeah.
also have a Kofi.
and a Kofi. Yeah.
And yes, donate to Des. And
Yeah. That's about it.
Oh,
You
Esther.
guys have a great night too.
Esther. Why are you calling me out in the chat like that though? I mean, everybody might not have noticed.
No, we all noticed. Nobody was just gonna say anything but Esther.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, share if you can't donate.
Yes.
Check your voter registration and have a great weekend.
Well,
You're welcome, Diane.
oh, good night, Diane.
All right, where is my end?
Eva didn't notice.
Okay, I did.
Yes, she did.
Your eyes were closed for a while.
I did. Yeah, they were. I was like, that's a long blink. Oh, is she asleep? And then right when I was like, is she asleep? You
I
opened
could
your
have
eyes.
been
I was
frozen.
like, oh,
I could have been
No,
frozen.
no, you weren't. Mm-mm. No, no. We could tell.
I mean, with my internet, you never know.
No.
All right. See you all later. Bye.